Let's go. Let's go. Public Enemy shirt. That'll be on the site soon. I haven't had time to put it up there, but it will be up there. You're watching episode 435 of the Sold Not For Sale podcast. Thank you so much for watching. Today's clip is Tom Segura and Joe Rogan talking about what's going on in France. And then I'm also going to show you a couple of articles just so you have some background into what they're talking about. France is rioting again, if you didn't know. And when I say again, it's almost like, I want to say it didn't stop. There was a downturn in the rioting, but it never fully stopped. If it did, it was like for maybe a couple weeks, maybe. They've just been in turmoil, and it's sad that they have to, but in a way, it's good to see. Because, you know, they're standing up, you know, and you got to do that. It's Independence Day, or it was at least yesterday. I would say it's Independence Month. I mean, if Pride gets all of June, I don't see why America and patriotism to your country can't get a whole month as well. So let's call this Independence Month. Let's go with that. I'm just going to show you guys the store before I jump into these clips and these articles. We got the newest design here. It is the Sold Not For Sale shirt with the American flag atop of it. Now, if you want to get this shirt, you got to go to catalog. You go to America's Sold Not For Sale. Boom. Then you come here and you see all the options that we have. We have t-shirts for men and women, tank tops for men and women, and a hoodie for when it gets colder. And if you want to hit up the store and find the original Sold Not For Sale merchandise, it is there as well. The site that I am on is IamCoachColin.com. IamCoachColin.com. And if you want 10% off, exactly the same way you would type in the website, except that one difference is that it's all capital letters. This is a discount code. I am Coach Colin. That will get you 10% off. All one word, all capital letters, one L on the Colin gets you 10% off. Let's get into it. And if you're someone who's gotten anything off of the site, we thank you. We appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's get into this clip.
I said, okay.
Chocolatine.
Yeah, but we were definitely tearing them up in Paris.
France is falling apart right now. Isn't that wild?
Is it? France?
Did you see what's going on?
I mean, when I was there, there
riots?
When I was there was big riots.
Have you seen the riots from the police killed a guy?
No. When I was there, it was about the retirement age.
Oh, this is way worse. This is way, way worse.
This
is the last few days.
What is the issue?
Somebody got murdered. There's been fucking gunfire in the streets, lighting businesses on fire for like 5 days. It's been like the Purge. Some of the videos are insane.
It is.
French teen shot by police officer pleads with rioters to stop the violence. So something happened. I don't know the details of the story, but the police shot some guy.
During a riot?
No. I think they shot him in was it a traffic stop?
Oh.
Tensions erupt in Paris suburb after a 17-year-old delivery driver is killed in a police standoff. I don't know what happened. He was shot and killed by a police officer Tuesday in a Paris suburb, according to the family's lawyer. The death unleashed tensions between angry residents setting barricades on fire and police firing tear gas. Police officer was detained on suspicion of manslaughter, according to the prosecutor's office in the Paris suburb of Nanterre. It said the shooting took place during a traffic check. The victim was wounded by a gunshot and died at the scene. The prosecutor's office said in a statement, a passenger in the car was briefly detained and released, and the police are searching for another passenger who fled. So what was it that happened? Do we know what happened? Okay, the lawyer cited a video reported to be of the incident circulating online that shows two police officers leaning into the driver's side window of a yellow car before the vehicle pulls away and one officer fires towards the driver. The car is later seen crashed into a post nearby. So they tried to take off, and he shot them.
So is this what prompted these riots, though?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Isn't that crazy that description of what happened in the traffic stop seems so routine here? Like there's an endless series of videos that you can watch of something similar to that.
Yes.
It always feels like it's very U.S.
Yeah.
Like we always have incidents in traffic stops,
Sure.
which are, you know, I'm not saying blame is always one way or the other. It's you know, sometimes it's the person in the car, sometimes it's
Sure.
but that just seems like a really routine thing here.
You know what people have to think about with cops? I know it's very hard to do if you're not a cop, but I want you to try. You know that feeling that you get when you're driving on the highway? There's a reason why people get road rage. Road rage, rather. There's a reason why they get road rage, too.
Yeah, there is.
But the reason why they get road rage.
Yeah.
And one of the reason why they get road rage is when you are on the road and you're driving, you're in a heightened state because your car is going 60 miles an hour. So you're ready at any time to hit the brakes, to change lanes.
Yeah.
So you're in this heightened state. And then when someone does something like, you fucking idiot.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Where you would never do that. Like, it took me a while to realize this. I forget where I read it. And then when I read it, I was like, duh. Because I was always like, how come nobody treats people like that when they're walking?
Yeah.
No one ever does that.
You're protected by
If someone
this.
gets in front of you when you're walking, you go, oh, the guy got in front of me.
Yeah.
It's not an issue at all.
like,
but in the car, you're like, oh, fucking asshole.
fucking
What
piece
do
of
you
shit.
fucking cut in front of me.
Yeah.
That's what it is, because you're at a heightened state. Now imagine being a cop, and every time you pull someone over,
Yeah.
we've all seen those videos of cops getting shot.
Oh, yeah.
We've all seen those videos
Yeah.
of cops pulling people over, and then the windows explode and people fire on them. We've all seen those. They've seen them too. They know people who've been shot.
Yeah.
They have no idea who you are. They have no idea what's going on.
No.
So when they come up to that car, they are at a heightened state. They
Yeah.
have to be. They are literally, to a criminal, they're the professional enemy.
Yeah.
Their job is to be the enemy of the criminal.
Yeah.
It's a fucking crazy position to be in society, and we don't treat it with enough respect.
Yeah.
And when the consequence, when it goes badly, all we think about is that officer, and that's a representative of all police officers. But it's not true.
It's true. I think a lot of people too, it's kind of hard. Like a lot of people, they go into getting pulled over with a heightened sense of emotion themselves.
Sure.
Which, if you are that person getting pulled over for whatever you got pulled over for, if that's your like mentality in that moment, you are actually going to escalate things. You are, as the person getting
100%.
and it does take an effort to go, okay, this guy, like you said, he's walking up here in a heightened state.
Yeah.
Like, I can diffuse things. I can diffuse them.
Yes.
By how I conduct this.
Yes.
But some people, you know, first you have the people that are like the legal scholars who want to lecture the police officer on his rights. Like, yeah, you can do that, man.
Right.
Or there's I have friends who are like, I hate cops. Cops are all pigs, you know, like, and I've watched them speak to police officers in a way where I'm like, Jesus Christ, man.
Yeah.
Like, it's so disrespectful.
So stupid.
I go, yeah, but you are making this worse.
Right. That's a human being.
Yeah, yeah. I
Like,
go, you
when
gotta
you
fucking
interact
chill a
with them,
little bit. You don't have to.
you don't
like,
know them.
Yeah, you don't have to get on your knees.
Right.
But, you know, just like, he's doing his thing. Just like, let's try to smooth this thing out. Let's not try
Yeah.
to make it worse.
Let's try to make it better.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, if I ever have an interaction with a cop, it's always, how you doing, sir?
Yeah.
What's happening, brother? Everything
Yeah.
good?
Yeah,
I want it smooth and easy.
completely. Yeah.
Yeah, and just that whole, those kind of generalizations, all cops are pigs, like, fuck off.
No, it's not good.
Fuck off.
It's not good.
I don't like those generalizations with anything. Women are stupid. Fuck off. Fuck off. Fuck off.
No,
It's just annoying.
no. You're like, most women are stupid.
Ah,
But no. But if you go into those,
Anything.
yeah, like that, you're gonna
any interaction with the retail worker, a fucking auto mechanic,
Yeah.
anything, any interaction.
And sometimes I think this comes with age. Sometimes you do meet a real piece of shit.
oh yeah,
Like, it can be a police officer, it can be the mechanic, it can be
car salesman.
the car. Oh fuck, the car salesman, flight attendant.
Wow, Tom Segura just slipping in that joke. Most women are, just slip it in, just deadpan, no giggle or anything. I wasn't expecting that. But I think there's two ways of looking at it. It's like, you have to remember, because I'm on Joe's side completely when it comes to dealing with police officers. Anytime I've been pulled over, which hasn't been many, I'm always super respectful. I'm always really nice. And it's not like out of fear. It's just because it's like, you're just doing your thing. The same way I'm nice to someone in like they said, retail store. I'm buying a cell phone. I'm doing anything where I have to get things from a person. I have to interact with a person. I'm just nice. It's just the way it is. I don't know. Hold the door for a person. It's just it makes things way easier, and you walk away feeling way better. Anytime I've had to be a dick to somebody because they're being that to me, I don't walk away feeling better because I was a dick to them. I feel like I just got into this weird interaction for no reason, and now I have to walk away with that energy. Like I don't like that. So I'm always really nice, especially with police officers. And every time I've been pulled over, they've offered me pamphlets and said that I should apply to become a police officer. It's actually been really, really nice. But at the same time, I understand completely why France would riot. Now, here's two things. Here's one thing I haven't thought of. I'll bring that up in a second. But here's the reason why I think it's, kind of good, is because something happened that they felt was wrong, and then they took to the streets. Now, burning down businesses and gunfire and all the stuff that's going on, that's not the way to do it. But to make it known, like the public should always make it known when they don't like what's happened in a situation. So if a teenager got shot, make it known that we don't like what you just did and something needs to change. But burning down the city doesn't make any sense at all. Just doesn't make any sense. You don't know, like, did you burn down that cop's house? Did you do anything to that cop? No, you just did it to like your fellow citizen. So that's where it makes no sense. I mean, we've seen that with the BLM protest. Those didn't make any sense. Something would happen to a person of color, and then a urban community filled with people of color would get burnt down and looted. It made no sense, and it helped no one. And there's been nothing solved because of those. Just so you know, everything that was being said with BLM, and nothing got solved whatsoever. The only thing that changed with those riots is that BLM got $100 million, which they spent on mansions. So, it's but here's the thing I never thought of. And it's funny because I just brought up BLM, and this is what I'm thinking. I wonder if in France there is a thing like BLM. There is an organization that has these ulterior motives and gets people riled up based on things that happen, whether it be police brutality to people of color, like whatever the situation might be. One of those like social justice, civil rights type of groups. Like I wonder if that happens over there, and if that happened. Because the one thing that we would always say, my circle of friends, people I knew, is that all of these riots throughout the whole BLM time, the summer of love, as one stupid politician called it, the whole time throughout that, I kept saying, like, this could be a reason to enact martial law. So it seems like this is a good thing. You're protesting, you're getting out there. But if you go overboard, the government can just be like, we need to put the army in the streets. We need martial law right now. And then once they get that clearance, once they find the reason, they're not going to pull that back. And they're going to do it easier and easier as time goes on. So I wonder if that's what's going on with France. Because before, just a 2 months ago, France was in some heavy riots because of the things that the president was doing, because he was acting in such a authoritarian manner. People started rioting. I wonder if something like this could happen. He takes advantage of it, enacts martial law in France, and now he just keeps on with his horrible behavior. And the army, whatever they have, the army, the SWAT type people of France in terms of law enforcement, are now in the streets in the blink of an eye, or they stay in the streets. I don't know. I wonder. I have to look into France. I don't know if they have their own type of BLM, because if they do, that's that could be what's happened. Because the way that they've, and I can't even show the videos because it's wilder than before, much more wild than before. This is not like people, like Joe said, it's like the Purge. It's not like people coming together. It's much different. It's just like people are just going wild in the streets. And I'll get demonetized if I show it, for sure, because it's so violent. It's just naturally, it's inherently violent. They're just smashing things, breaking things on fire. I just wonder if there's something like that taking place, because you can never put it past the government to kind of take advantage of something like that. You can never take it. Like Klaus Schwab, he talks about it. He talks about how, you use these organizations for their awareness power. The concern power is what Klaus Schwab calls it. So these organizations, they kind of give you a beacon of what to be concerned about, what to get riled up about, And then the government, obviously, what the government does. They have like the authority to put force. They have the ability to force you, to put the guardrails, to box you in, to, keep you in your houses. They have all sorts of authority. So I wonder if in France, the concern power of some organization isn't being, alerted right now, and having everybody go crazy, so the government can now put some kind of enforcements in play. Because if the government does decide, if the president, because the president isn't even using his parliament, or like he's not even consulting with people when he puts things through. If he decides that there needs to be army in the streets, 24/7 martial law type of stuff, he's just going to put it through. He's not even going to ask anybody. So that's the way I'm looking at it. But 100% on board with Joe. You got to be nice to police officers. You can't think that they're all horrible. The same way you can't think, like, as a black person, I often make this comparison. If you just think all police are horrible, that's the same type of logic that someone who's extremely racist will use for black people or Jewish people or Chinese people. Like, you don't want to apply that type of logic to police officers. You don't want to apply it to black people. You want to have an interaction with a person and be like, that person right there, I don't like that person. I don't like the way they conduct themselves. Because you're going to find people with integrity in all spaces of life, even in the government, in the black community, in the Asian community, in Hollywood. You're going to find people with integrity everywhere. So you can't just blanket statement them like that. But anyways, like the video. It helps so much. Bring us out of the shadow realm. We're in the shadow realm right now. We need help out. We need a ladder. We need a ladder to climb out of the shadow realm so we can be amongst the PewDiePies and the Mr. Beasts and even Russell Brand with all he talks about. Why isn't he in the shadow realm? I don't get it. But either way, like the video. It helps so much. And other than that, I am out.